What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lee Play. My name is Lee, and I'm here to say thank you so much for 500 subscribers, man. We finally hit it. We finally did it. Big thank you and shout out to my buddy Trent, my real life friend Trent, who is on YouTube as Goated Gamer. That is Goadded Gamer. One word, no spaces. He does card rip and ship content like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and so on. Does giveaways. I went into his stream a little while ago, and he gave me a big shout out on his channel and pushed his community to be like, hey, sub up to my buddy Lee, man. He's awesome. He does great content. Like, you guys will love it. If you like my stuff, you'll like his stuff. And he and his community got me up from like around 460 subs to over 500. So big thank you and shout out to Goated Gamer, my buddy Trent, and his community. You guys are awesome. And also thank you to all the new subs who didn't come from Trent's community as well. You guys are just as appreciated, just as awesome and important. I just wanted to give a special shout out to Trent's community because it was such a huge boost in engagement. It was really awesome and meant a lot. It was great. Trent is the guy who got me into Earthbound, my favorite game of all time, that I'm now relocalizing. I'm relocalizing Mother 2. If you don't know about that, I did an announcement video on it a little while ago. You can check that out. But if anyone is a Japanese to English translator, a programmer / coder, or a sprite artist, I could use some help on that game. I'm doing virtually everything by myself. I have a bit of help from translator Jacob Newcomb, but I'm paying him. So like I could really use some volunteers, and I don't have a lot of money, So because if you don't know, I lost my job of 15 years back in October, and I was on like a 5-month hiatus from that, dealing with that, and also other stuff that was going on in my life starting around like August of 2025, and it all lasted through like mid-January of this year. So I was on a long hiatus. In the middle of that, I lost my job, all kinds of awful stuff. I talked about all what was going on there in my big comeback stream when I completed Vulgus. But man, like even with a long hiatus, you guys have been there for me. I was a little worried coming back that, maybe like people have lost interest. It's been a long break, but you guys have been there for me in a big way, and even through all that, it's been really, really wonderful and appreciated. So with 500 subs, and I also now hit the 3,000 public watch hours in a year goal to get monetization. My channel was monetized for a few days. I even did a stream where it was monetized. I got some super chats. The support was great. But there was a problem with my AdSense account, which I explained on my Discord server. If you want to dig into the details there, it's all in the announcement channel on my Discord server. But something went wrong with the AdSense account, so I had to close that, and I have to wait for that account to be canceled. I can't just delete it. I already closed it, and I have to wait for them to cancel it, and then I'll be able to make a new AdSense account that's set up properly. And then also, like on YouTube, I can't change my AdSense information until like 32 days pass or some crap. So I'm just it's a waiting game at this point. If you don't know, AdSense is just like it's a Google account thing that you have to make to get or to get payment from YouTube content. So that's what's going on there. But so I was monetized for a few days. It's now gone temporarily. It'll come back again once the my old account old AdSense account goes away, so I can make a new one. And once the YouTube 32-day waiting policy crap falls off, then I can make a new one, get that all set up, and come back monetized in about a month or so. So unfortunately, I was working on, when I was monetized for a few days there, I was working on setting up memberships. So once I get monetized again, those will be able to come in. I got some cool plans for you guys for that. But something I can do now that I don't need monetization for is I can start making and selling merch. So I'm working on that. I'm looking into like companies that can make the stuff I want to make, and then I'm gonna have to look into what like store hosting site I want to use to host my shop. If you guys have ideas or suggestions, well, Clouds just covered the sun. That's cool. If you guys have suggestions for merch you want to see or any ideas, let me know. I'm open-minded. I have some ideas already cooking that are gonna be really cool, but I'm always open to more. But yeah, like, you know, if you didn't see my last big announcement video, or not even my last announcement video, no, that was before then. If you saw my big comeback stream where I completed Vulgus, I explained all the stuff that happened during that my 5-month hiatus. But yeah, one of the things is that I lost my job of 15 years, and it was a stable, pretty well paying job, and it's gone now. But luckily through that I was able to build up some savings, so I'm now living on my savings as long as that can last me. It's running out quick, but I decided, with the advice of Dalton, who's been heavily featured on the channel, one of my favorite human beings, one of my closest friends, and one of my bosses, because my job loss was a company decision. My bosses were both shocked and sort of horrified at like the fact that the company treated me the way they did, and I was let go in the way that I was let go. But both one of my bosses and Dalton were both like, hey, this job has been holding you back, man. Like, you want to do all this creative stuff with your life, and this job just doesn't give you the time you need to do those things. Take advantage of this opportunity to go do those things. And I was like, man, you're so right. So I've been, instead of looking for a new job, I've been investing in myself, just putting all my time and energy into building up my channel to get some income flowing in here, so I can, you know, afford to live. But without monetization in the meantime, if you guys would like to help me financially, there's a link in the description for a Streamlabs donation link. You guys can donate through that, and it's actually better for me that way anyway, because I found out through that last stream where I was monetized, that super chats and super stickers, any sort of donations that come through YouTube directly, YouTube takes 30% of those. And if donations come through Streamlabs on like PayPal, I keep all that except for the tax. So that's ultimately better anyway. If you guys would like to help me afford my food and my bills, and help me afford to not have to go back to a day job and stop streaming full time, you can donate. But there's also no pressure on that either. Anything you guys want to do to help is immense, whether it's donating, whether it's liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the channel with your friends and family, whatever. It's all been immense. It's all been, you know, really wonderful, and it's all super appreciated. So thank you guys for all of that. But yeah, so once monetization can come back, memberships are going to happen, and I'm going to start looking into making merch now. That might not come for a little while because I have to do all the logistics of setting that up, but stuff is happening. It's coming together, despite this little hang up with the AdSense account thing. Stupid. But I'm gonna keep streaming. Let's keep building this little community together until it's not so little anymore, y'all. Like, you know, it's not my community, it's our community. You know, this is about us. We are on this journey together, and I love you guys so much. All your support has been immensely appreciated and so wonderful, and I'm excited to just see where we go from here, because, you know, I started from nothing, you know, way down here, and now we're like up here, and we can only keep going up from there, you know. So I'm very excited for the future. I hope you guys are too. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you again in a stream very soon. Take care.